Hey folks, here's a Hilti A41, a fully automatic 27 caliber low velocity tool. Came out in the mid-90s, I guess, and it's basically the forerunner of the 460, which is out there today. Same concept, the 460 is just an improved version of this tool. The tool uses gas from the powder load to reset the piston. That's what makes it fully automatic, is you don't have to pull the barrel forward to reset the piston. So some of the gases are taken after the shot and fed through some channels, vents, and back down here to reset the piston. And because of that, in a A41 and probably a 460 also, you can't use a level green strip. You have to have 4 or above to make it work, to reset the piston. In the short version of this tool, the A40, if I remember correctly, you could use a green load in that because it was a short tool, but I'm not 100% on that. Now, this tool caused a change in the strips. Originally, strips for Hilti tools and many other tools are like this. And when this tool came out, there's an extension on them. Hilti being Hilti, what they did, and this is a much longer handle than most of those tools back then, they made it so that you couldn't feed one of these short strips in the tool. You had to have some type of lead in, like this one, to get it up in the tool, or this one. And the extra length shows on this end of the tool. That's actually not too dirty. There's your feed, your power dial. And it's a vent. This goes into the barrel. And however, this opening here is exposed, bleeds off some of the gases and lowers the power. And here is why you can't put a strip in. There's a tab. I'm pushing out on one side, on either side, that must be pushed out of the way by the strip in order to allow it to feed. With this one, that corner there just stops right there. Now, the way to get around that in the early days before everybody had long strips is you'd go in there and cut those off. Or you get a wire, like a paper clip, and actually you could tie them back. That way, if you wanted to send the tool back into Hilti and have it fixed, you could take that out, or take the mechanism out and take those wires off so that it doesn't look like it was tampered with. So, inside the handle, dry, and there's a trigger mechanism. So there we have the empty handle. Grease it up a little bit there. Then I got to put that notch inside this groove here. It's got that little S shape so that it'll spin that. And we'll put the tension spring on and match this up. Get that hair out of there. Trigger first. Just cradle it in there. There you go. Pull that back so the vent rod, whatever they call it, the power adjustment rod, pull it back all the way so it's easy to slip down in there. Tuck it in. And the dial slipped. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Okay. All right. Now we'll cap it off. For the barrel assembly, there's a torque screw right there, and it's been pressed in there, peened in if you prefer, so you're not going to get the back of the barrel apart. It is possible to get the front section off of here, but it's really not worth it. The main thing now to get it in the housing, best thing to do is to make sure you got it on full power, and because that power rod is kind of flopping around in there, you want to keep this down and use gravity to kind of straighten that power dial up. Eventually. There we go. All right. A little thing to note on the pistons, there's some grooves cut here. And there's ball bearings in the nose piece that hold onto those grooves and keeps it from falling down. Let's see if you can see, there's one of the ball bearings there, and there's another one right there. And the tools come, those ball bearings are greased in there. There's grease with them. So I'm going to add a little bit of grease too. Not sure if this is their preference, I doubt it. Place the bumper in there. And guess it'd be easier to do it this way. Go ahead and push the nose piece in there, or the nose piece, piston into the nose piece. Yeah. Here's a magazine for the tool. Just a simple magazine. This one's got a little bit of nail damage, which is not surprising because all these magazines end up sooner or later pushing a nail down through this way instead of through the nose piece. It's the nature of the beast. Occasionally you're going to have the piston, for whatever reason, it's not going to fully reset. The end of the piston is then in the way of the pin, so the pin won't feed properly. It'll be at an angle, and it'll just shoot through the bottom.